Trump gets to wear makeup up there. I'm watching the debate. I have bad lighting. His worst nightmare is my lighting right now and my hair. Oh gosh, his hair's getting long enough. Finally, they want me to look bad, and they know I'm running for president against them, and they would never mention me, and they would never mention the situation. But if you listen to Donald Trump talk, like, it's pretty clear he's a wise guy. Like, have you ever seen Goodfellas? Like, wouldn't he be like, he's actually okay? Like, that guy's okay. Like, Trump's probably an okay good fella. Like, Trump's a casino guy. Did someone tell me that casinos are used to launder money? That's how they pay drug dealers. Like, this guy told me, like, you can make like $90,000 a year. You're legally allowed to make like $90,000 a year gambling before the IRS checks it out or something like that, or like 70,000. I can't remember what this. He was a drug dealer from San Francisco, from where Kamala Harris is from, He told me how to launder money with casinos. So is Trump supposed to win? Yes. Like, is that the whole setup? Yeah. Like, is the AI, like I've talked about, we have neural interfaces in our head that have been installed probably via soda or some generic medicine. Like, you never know, like Tylenol or some crap. We've all done it. And somehow we got this nanotechnology in our head, and I got a stain on my shirt because I've been sleeping in this thing. I gotta run for president, Mom. I ain't got no shirts now. I gotta go to homeless shelter. We got some shirts for you. Maybe you should have stuck around and got us a shirt. Trump wants to make sure that I'm not much of an opponent to him. And the reality is that, like, Kamala Harris knows COVID-19 came from Xi. Like, she knows it's Xi's fault. Well, Trump said Xi's okay. Well, Kamala Harris knows nothing about COVID-19 at all. None. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I always want to give Kamala Harris a break because, like, she's, like, so hot. Like, you don't know she's hot, like, until you see that she's, like, kind of little and hot. Like, you don't know, for an older lady, she's actually hot. Like, you don't know she's hot until you find out she's actually hot. Like, she's one of those, like, I mean, we're in a difficult situation. So when you're in on the mafia, like, you're in on the mafia. And I'm just saying, Kamala Harris, like, if I'm in on the mafia, like, she's someone that I would know is in on the mafia. And, like, that's the real situation there, is Kamala Harris is in on the mafia. And she wants to, like, and she did pretty good sometimes, but she also is a little annoying because one must believe it. Like, that's when you know that this is a memorized response. And, like, when you listen to me, that's not a memorized response. And when you listen to Donald Trump, like, especially when he gets mean, that's not as much of a memorized response because he's like, this is actually, but he does have, like, memorized facts. Like, oh, are you saying that all I have to do is be pro-life and we can win? Yeah, like, really, like, you might just need to be pro-life and anti-immigrant and you'll win. And, like, the reality is, like, I don't think I realize how, like, helpful being against immigrants is, like, while being, like, super Christian. And, like, I think that, like, the reality is that, like, I don't know as much about how people are as I think I know. Like, if there's anything that going to jail will teach you, is, like, people are way meaner than you think. Like, they're more hateful than you think. Like, they're more evil than you think. Like, you don't even get how evil people are. And then, like, one day you realize that, dude, people are evil. And, like, and I think that, like, the guy who has the access to this neural interface technology where, like, he can listen to people's thoughts constantly, and he can have an AI doing, like, analysis of people as they, like, watch debates. Like, he can, like, see their responses to certain things he's done and certain things he says. And he knows, like, how effective it is on this percentage of people. And, like, that's the person that knows that you should be against immigrants. And that's the person that knows, well, Venezuela used to have a crime problem, but now all their criminals are here. That's what's happened. All the criminals came here. Well, like, did they come here to sell fentanyl for you? Like, and like, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know who's selling the fentanyl. Like, I don't know, like, what's going on here. Like, I know that, like, it sounds like it's like anyone can do it. Like, anybody with that much money can just make their own fentanyl. And, like, it sounds like certain people are that involved with, like, organized crime. And I don't know, like, but, like, I also don't know, like, how bad fentanyl is, but, like, people have told me, like, I've had more than one person tell me they died. Like they had Narcan. Like, I've had, like, probably, like, 3 or 4 people tell me that they died and they came back to life. And it's a pretty hard thing to deal with. All right, so Trump wants to talk about 7 to 9 month abortions, like when it's like in the 7th month or the 8th month or the 9th month, and he says, well, Kamala Harris is for like taking like babies that all you have to do is give them a C-section, and then he's got to kill the baby instead. And like the reality is that Trump doesn't care at all. And like that guy's the last person that's ever been pro-life. Like he doesn't understand the pro-life mindset. I do. Like I'm someone that was like that serious about pro-life. And so like when I'm someone that's like pro-choice now, like it's like, I'm pro-choice. I'm pro-choice. And like the reality is that like I am, but like are you talking about killing a baby that's alive, like a 7th month, like you can do a C-section and then the next thing you know, the baby's alive. You never have to deal with the baby again. Just give the freaking baby away. But like, I think that like Trump is very serious into in vitro fertilization. Like if you're into cloning and you're into like cloning geniuses and creating genius babies and like training those geniuses to be evil and training them to like be super criminals and selling the super criminal girls and also just selling the girls in general. Like if you're into cloning, you're into in vitro fertilization. So like when Trump says that he's a champion of in vitro fertilization, you have no idea. Like that dude will probably do the surgery himself. Like if I was Trump, like I'd be able to do the freaking surgery myself. Like you don't even get that Trump is probably that guy that probably can like literally like clone you himself. Like you guys don't know because you don't know who that guy is. And like when Kamala Harris is like, you don't know who that guy is, like you don't know who either of them are. Like you definitely don't know who Trump is. You know who I am. Like you'll never doubt you know who I am. I'm a person that is just trying to figure out how to like make sure that we are okay. Like I'm a person that like is a simple person. Like I'm a person that like all I want to do is do online education classes and like try to do computer stuff and hang out with computer geniuses and like and make jokes all the time and do online and develop online education courses. Like that's really like what I want to do. Like when I talk about agile entertainment, like that is like a online education company also. And so like I want to make like the best programs of all time, and like I don't really care about being president. Like I have to run for president. Like, I think everyone's like going, well, we know his age is wrong now. Like he's proved it too much. They're not going to let him be president. Like even if we elect him, like we have to choose the mafia. Like we don't have a choice. And you're right. Like you don't have a choice, and that you've never had a choice. Like like they would never let me actually sign up. They know my age is wrong. They won't tell me. Like, but clearly, like Department of Homeland Security is hanging around here right now, and like apparently there are a lot of like agents where I live because they know. I didn't plan on doing a conclusion video for my presidential debate response, but like let's think about this organized crime plan. On one side we have Trump. Well, the illegal immigrants are coming here. They're raping babies. They're eating cats. Like you don't understand. Like they're gonna come here and eat our cats. Kamala Harris wants them to eat your freaking cat. And all these people are going, what? Okay, well yeah. Like I do agree. Like we got to figure out how to slow down the illegal immigrants. You clearly are someone that has a problem with illegal immigrants. And then Kamala Harris, this is a man who has disparaged John McCain. This is a man who believes that he should incite a crowd to violence on January 6th, and that he doesn't have to tell that crowd not to go into the Capitol. I was in the Capitol on that day. This is a man who will call someone morbidly obese. I don't even know the speech, but like she definitely used disparage. And like the reality is that like Trump knows. Go with Kamala for sure. Definitely. Like I think we have to understand that Trump knows go with Kamala. Like Trump knows that. And this is the plan. Trump has disparaged that man. Oh, against, like, you don't even know what these people are doing. These people are drug dealers. These people are criminals. Like, we have to figure out how to stop the fentanyl. Oh, like, how many pills can you make in a day, you think? Yourself? Like, do you have the equipment? Like, do you have, like, robots and stuff? Like, how big of a warehouse can you do it by yourself? Like, I think that we all have to recognize that this is a plan. And, like, I'm not allowed to talk about Trump. Like, I've literally been told I'm not allowed to talk about Trump. In my opinion, is I'm not allowed to harass Trump. I'm allowed to respond to the debate. This is the American freaking debate. Like, this is like the entire world's responding to the debate. I can respond to the debate. That is a person that is disgusting. That is a person that is scary. That is a person who will clone someone and use them to learn so much evil stuff. They will like always keep my clone around and never tell him about the sex trafficking. We've learned he's not evil enough. Like, but they need to figure out how to like make me have a baby that's evil enough so that my kids can be evil enough, so that my kids can do evil stuff to everyone. And I think that like you guys have to understand that like this is a threat. Like this is a serious problem. Like I've proved that I'm a sex trafficking victim. And all I'm saying is like we need to figure out this situation where like no one's allowed to run for president. No one's allowed to talk to each other. Like I'm not allowed to legally raise money, but Trump's the richest person ever. And the guy is like clearly organized crime. So what are we going to do about it? Like we need to figure out how to talk. Like we need to be able to communicate. And I don't know how that happens, but